Welcome, 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 Mr. Green here. Gonna be a short delay as I wait for people to get in. How's everybody doing tonight? Or afternoon, maybe, depending on where you are. I'm up on YouTube. I should be up on TikTok. I am up on TikTok. I'm just waiting right now to I need to view the chat in TikTok so we can talk. So hold on a second. There we go. All right. What's up, Jason? We doing? All right. So you can see y'all on YouTube. I just got to get you on TikTok. How we doing tonight, Jason? We good? Everything good in your world? Trying to get the chat. What's up, Williamson? Trying to get access to the TikTok chat. Let me see something. Good for you, man. I actually did not place any trades today. Let me see something real quick. I might tonight. I'm just kind of, I'm in that central bank prep right now. Let me see if I can get over here. Give me one sec.
Sir,
Hold on.
You mean like this cool wood bowl right here? KitchenAid releases.
The world of technology is definitely a pain. Why is there's no search bar? You'd think that would be the first thing that would come up. I'm just trying to monitor the chat for everybody in TikTok. I can see YouTube. I know I'm up on TikTok. I just I'll figure it out. Hold on. It's funny. Something as easy as it's crazy.
This absolutely beautiful evergreen.
There we go. There we go. All right. I got it. All right. Good evening, everybody. Mr. Green here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Little live action for you tonight. I had some time. I'm up in a punto. I have some time, so I can see y'all on YouTube and TikTok. I can see the chat box. So just kind of like normal with Mr. Black, we're basically going to go over some levels. It doesn't have to just be Forex. It can be whatever you guys want to look at. If if you want me to go over to TradingView, I will. But you tell me what you want me to look at. We're going to take a look at some levels tonight, see if there's any good opportunities. As I said, it can be FX, it can be options, it can be futures, it can be stocks, it can be crypto. It's your world. You got me for right now. I can see Mr. Black just joined. Oh, no, that's me who joined. Or maybe it's Mr. Black. I don't know. All right. So, while you guys are debating on what you want to do, I want to look at what's going on with the Japanese yen tonight. But y'all, feel free to throw some ticker symbols in the box. Let me see what's going on. What's up, Aldrin? How we doing? Here we go. Oil, you got it, John. You got it, my friend. Oil it is. Oil it is. Oil's fun, man. I wish you could trade spot oil in the U.S. with a U.S. account. Hey, let me know. Everybody, just give me some participation real quick. Can you see TradingView on my screen? I'll check AMD afterwards, Punto. I got you. Let me just know if the S&P's up. I just want to make sure you guys can see TradingView, and I'll go to oil. Now oil should be up. Obviously, there was a lot going on with oil today. Just give me a thumbs up in the box, everybody, once you can see it. Cool. Yeah, so, obviously you see, we're looking at a daily candle. Just before we go into order flow, there was obviously some fundamental moves with oil over the weekend. Oil prices dropped drastically. Oil's been on quite a bull run. When we start looking from a level standpoint, top-down analysis, if you kind of start on a monthly level, obviously, like I said, oil's been in a pretty good solid downtrend, right? Not a free fall, but that's significant. We were up at about 100 and, as high as $125, $125 a barrel. We're down to about 71. When you look at it on the weekly, it's John, to really be honest with you, it's kind of in no man's land. If you look at this right here, it did just catch that weekly supply level right there, right? So that's a great level. Obviously that's past. We're past that. Yep, I'll check out Google. Omar, I got you. Let me do AMD first. So this level of supply right here, obviously supply. We're trying to base everything off of is supply and demand, right? There's no hierarchy or total trump card in the business with supply and demand. So, at this point, you could tell, from the structure that there's a strong imbalance here. Sellers took control of the market regarding oil. All right, you have that formation of supply right here. Okay, so there's what we call UFOs, or they're sitting there, right? Good amount of UFOs, and it proved right. Okay, price shot up here. Now, this is one of them times that, John, because this was for you, John, this is one of those times that fundamentals and institutional order flow came together like a perfect storm. Give me a yes if that makes sense, John, right? Because the sell-off on oil this weekend was fundamentally based, but it also entered a massive supply level. So if you caught that, fantastic, right? If you caught that, fantastic. If you didn't, I would say right now, just as a currency and commodities guy, I would say leave it alone. Just because, right now you got a lot of stuff going on with trade and stuff with the Middle East that's going to affect the volatility of oil. And, but this is a good example, people, of, because, in order to be a successful trader, you need proof in the pudding, right? You need to see things work. Okay. So when you look at this, it's like, wow, man, price nailed this. It nailed it. It nailed it. Right. So look, this is one of the moves we all say, oh, I wish I was in. Some of you caught it, I'm sure. But this is weekly supply levels, being, just working out beautiful. Monthly, weekly, daily correlation. So but I would say right now, yeah, are we coming back into daily demand, John? Oh, we already did. It kind of wicked and hit out. I don't like this level right here. I know you're probably eyeing this right here. I don't like this mainly because this leg out on this green candle right here. I would like to see another continuation candle, another bullish candle, which was not the case. Obviously, you had that pullback. So if it was me targeting oil, even from a day trading perspective or a swing trading perspective, either or, I'd start looking at this demand zone down here. I just because right now, well, there was a huge sell-off in Thomas. There was a huge sell-off in oil. Well, so what happens is if Thomas, I always try to tell people not to get into the to the specific, to the minutia of it, right? My TikTok is Trade with Green. Trade with Green. It's in the chat. James, if you're a member, I don't know if you're a member, but if you're a member, I put it in the chat. So basically, Thomas, what's happening is, that kind of stuff happens, right? There's just fluctual stuff. Sometimes it can increase, sometimes it decrease. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know the specific moves always, the specific reasoning why, something will happen like that. But you don't have to know why sometimes. You have to know that, hey, price shot down, right? And now it's already kind of recovering. So kind of, Thomas, that might actually answer your question, right? Because you would think, okay, if Israel is, if Iran is, under attack, demand's going to rise on oil, right? That's probably what you're thinking, Thomas, right? Thomas W. And that's going to increase the prices. That's what you would think, but that's not what happened, right? Prices drop down, but they're recovering quick. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes, and that's why we say you don't want to solely rest your laurels on fundamentals, because sometimes they can be sporadic, right? And you guys know I love trading fundamentals on FX, specifically currencies, but sometimes they're not going to have that consistent effect on it. So I don't know. A trader doesn't know the answer to everything. I know the things that I can control are order flow, our risk management, right? My entries, my stop losses, my targets. Those are the kind of things that I know I can control. So AMD, what's up, Mr. Black? How we doing? Mr. Black, I think I'm using the TradePhantoms account. Can we use the TradePhantoms account at the same time? I keep logging you out. I think that's what's happening. You know what I got to do? I'm trying to monitor the chat, but I'll have to talk to you afterwards about it. I think I'm going to because I'm trying to monitor with the program. So I got AMD. And I appreciate all the likes, guys. So AMD, all right. So obviously a big bull run, big move today. Obviously markets were up today. Price is entering kind of a sell-off level. So, I guess Punto, it would depend on, I'll do Google next. I got you, Elmar. I guess it depends on what you're trying to do, right? Are you trying to place you gotta tell me, what's your intent? Are you already in this and you're riding it? Or are you trying to get in and out? You got to tell me what your intention is, because intention depends on how I'm going to evaluate it. Because you are heading into weekly supply. Okay, so I wouldn't buy. You're not going to buy high on the chart, as you can see right here. You're entering it. You're in it. Forget entering it. You're smack dab in the middle of it. But it depends if you got in at a lower point and you're like, well, Mr. Green, I want to hold on to it for a little while. That's a different story. So you got to tell me what your intent is. Because if you got in at a lower point, I would say, lock in some profit and hold on. If you're trying to place a day trade, I would probably say take a short sell on it, right? That's going to be, you're already in it. Okay. So, do you know what price you got in at? Where'd you get in at? Was this a trade or was this just a buy and hold investment? Like, well, what was this? I was in at 150. so you're so you're doing exactly what we tell you not to do. All right. So you're hanging on. You're hanging on. Okay. So you're in a value investment. Where's your stop loss? Ah, you don't want to buy and hold, man. That's what rookies do. Where's your stop loss? Tell me where your stop loss is. Buy and hold's bad, man. All right, so tell me where. Okay, so you're trying to. Okay, so you know what? Me and Mr. Blue. You know what we call this? We call this cleaning up. We're cleaning up. We're cleaning up the debris. Okay, and actually, you know what I am gonna do? No, I'll just do it the next time. I'll just do it the next time. I'll just do it the next time. I'm not gonna go on YouTube next time. I'm just gonna go on TikTok. I'll leave the YouTube for the videos and stuff. We'll finish up this though right now because I'm on both. Yeah, so I mean, so we need to we need to do some some surgery. That's what me and Mr. Blue would call this, some surgery. When you look at an overall hierarchy on AMD, it did come off a monthly demand down here. I mean, you gotta set up a stop loss. I mean, you got a rise today because the market sentiment was up. Okay, you didn't. I don't really feel like you got a rise on this stock because AMD got a rise. You got a rise, Dr. Green. Yes, yes, yes. That's me. I mean, this is one of them trades that when I got back to break even, I would cut my loss. I'm sorry, I would get out of it. Because that tells me that you don't even have a stop loss positioned on it. So I can't really answer that question, Punto. I mean, a lot of it has to do with how much risk you're exposed to it, how much you're down. I would probably try to wait for it to get back to where it was, but I would set a stop loss in the parameter as that's going in case it falls. But I can't tell you where to set the stop loss because I don't know how much you're exposed. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, all right. I mean, so there you go. There's some fundamental reasons for you, but that punto that don't mean anything if the markets change course tomorrow and Trump goes on a war spree and starts telling everybody to screw, and all of a sudden now it's like, oh man, like what do we do, right? So a lot of that has to come into play as well too. So Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's what I would say. Someone want to see Google? So Google's in a daily uptrend, but I would like to see a higher high. So once again, it depends on intent. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So you got a nice strong uptrend here, and we are what I would definitely call a risk on market. Okay, meaning dollars down, equities up. You have a nice weekly trend, daily trend. I mean, on Google, if you're already in, I'd feel comfortable with it. I wouldn't buy right now. I'd want to see price exceed where my cursor is on the screen. I'd want to see price exceed this higher high, make a new higher high before I'd start buying again. So, I mean, once again, it depends on the situation. Do I think? I don't. I try not to think. You say monthly bar. I don't. I don't. There's no monthly bar near it. Monthly bar is up here at the top. You talking about the all-time high? You talking about where it fell off at around 210? A weekly mother bar. A weekly. What is a mother bar? This is some. I don't even know this terminology. I mean, here's how it looks. Here's how I look at it, Omar. I don't. I can't. I would never make a prediction off what I think. If the market continues to trend upwards, which it feels like it is, right? Then sure. But all it takes is some bad news or something chaotic for it to shoot back down. So, you're not in a buying opportunity right now. You were, and if you got in like down here below, then I would say fantastic. There was plenty of levels that price hit, right? You can see price hit daily demand, down here. That worked, right? I mean, there was probably some 4-hour levels in here somewhere on a retracement. But I mean, do I think it's gonna break? Do I think it's gonna go higher? I don't know. I mean, if you ask me what my gut tells me, yes, it does. I think the Fed's gonna be. I think the Fed's gonna be. I think the Fed's gonna be dovish. A lot has to do with the Federal Reserve this week, Elmar. So I think the Fed's gonna be dovish on interest rates. I think they're gonna give everybody a shock. I know they're not gonna decrease on Wednesday. But I think I feel, I believe that the verbiage is going to be soft, meaning that the talk of interest rate decreases, for September or possibly August, or I'm sorry, there's no meeting in August, or July is going to be better than it was coming in, which would give the markets an immediate boost, okay, in general, which obviously the big stocks like Google, Amazon, they're all gonna fly. So yes, but that doesn't mean I'm still not, I wouldn't have a plan if I was in this trade. So a lot of it depends on where you got in, you know. Have you taken profit yet? Have you locked in profit? Have you moved that stop loss up, right? The problem with most traders, even people that we have in our community, most traders, they come in, they don't always have a plan. And we that's not how we teach you. We teach you to have a plan. Okay, you got to have a plan coming in, right? What's the intent? What's the intent on this trade? Is the intent to make a 3-to-1 risk to reward? Is the intent to hold it for a long time? Is the intent to take a quick scalp out of the market? And whatever that intent is, you follow that through. Now, sometimes plans change, and if they do change, that's fine, but they need to have, logical reasoning behind it, not emotional. Okay. Exactly, Dr. Julie. Get a plan. All right. Um, but it can't change dictated on what I think or what I feel. That's kind of part of one of them things where it's like, if I had taken a lot of profit on something and I was unsure of something, maybe I close it a little early, maybe I don't. Right. So a lot of it has to do with what that initial plan is. all these levels right now, Elmar, they're not going to be in good buying levels, because they're on a run. So hopefully you're already in, which you are, okay, which is good. All right. And what we want to do is, go accordingly to it. All right. AUDCAD, Harrison, thank you for saving me, man. Let me get back to FX. Let's trade with the real traders trade, right? You guys don't want to hear that. I can tell you right now, though, Harrison, AUDCAD's junk. Let me know when you guys can see Owanda. I'll do it for you, Julie. Only for you. But I got to do AUDCAD first. LLY, what are you trading? Stocks now, Dr. Julie? Forex, you're too prestige for Forex now? You went over to the stock team? See how it is. You want to, if you're gonna cheat on me, Dr. Julie, then at least tell me up ahead. So I mean, you still have a downtrend, Harrison. Duke, my man. What's up? The only problem, well, disregard that. So what do we, we got so many central bank here. So you're not affected by central bank, Harrison. You could sell. But it's not, Harrison, when I always say to you, can you find something better? This is one of them times. Like, look at, okay, yes, the downtrend on the day on the weekly is still holding, okay? But it's ugly, man, okay? All right, so we want to shorten our time frames up. Maybe we go weekly, daily, 4 hour. All right, your daily trend is down as well. And if you were going to pull from the 4, I'd say sure, but I mean, you would need a retracement. This isn't no trade, man. Does that make sense, Harrison? Right now, there's not. Right now, you're gonna be you're gonna be followed by a lot of non-trading opportunities right now. The market needs to shift and needs to loosen up. No, now you're playing FOMO, man. Look at the movement on this. That's a 40 pip movement. That's a lot on this pair, man. 40 pips is like 100 pips in euro dollar. You can't market sell this. You're forcing it, Harry. You're forcing it, man. There's other trades that if we want, I can't do it tonight, but tomorrow in class we'll go through it. I always tell you, man, if you have to overthink it, then don't place a trade. I mean, it's just a common mistake traders make. You go through all your pairs. Go through all of them. You got 28 of them. You got a lot of Aussie and CAD pairs separately that you can look at, right? So just don't force it. Don't force it, man. Forcing it don't work. All right, Dr. Julie, you're a total pain in the you-know-what, Dr. Julie. Is this what you want me to look at? Eli Lilly and Company? Julie, I thought you had a life. I do love you. I love all of my Phantoms members. You're like my children that I've never had. What do you want to do here? Are you in this? What's your intent? Because to me, it looks like it's in no man's land again. It's choppy. Is this another IRA trade in your portfolio that you're hoping, like Punto just asked me, and you want me to tell you that? I mean, this is junk. What do you see here? Look at this. Look at it on a monthly. I mean, unless you know something fundamentally, I don't, like a report or something like that. I mean, from a technical, from a iOS standpoint, I don't see anything here I like. I've got a choppy market, right? Kind of choppy downwards. That means I'm short selling against market sentiment, which is bullish, which I personally don't do. That's not my style. I'm only going to look for long positions right now. But I will do this before we go, because I'm going to set this up perfect next time. I'm going to make sure that we don't have. I'm really debating something here. Look at this dollar yen. Something in my belly. I don't know if I saw anything. I didn't read nothing today that was bullish or bearish. So Japan PM Ishiba says did not reach trade deal agreement with Trump. Duke, what are you thinking? We got a trade? What up, Derek? We got a trade here, man? I feel like we should be bearish. I feel like they're gonna go against I'm not showing it right now, but I'm looking at Forex Live. I'll look at it for you, Derek. I got you. Give me a second. Let me get over there. Hey, and real quick, just a little plug in here real quick. So if you remember, obviously this doesn't apply to you, but if this is your first time, or you're someone who's been following myself, Mr. Black or Mr. Blue on all of our social media outlets, and Trade Phantoms is something that you wish to get engaged with, come check us out. We've got a workshop this Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I personally will be teaching this one. Mr. Black will obviously be in attendance, helping out like he always does. That Texan cowboy him. You can just go to our website at TradePhantoms.com. Get yourself started. Click on register here. This will bring you to our complimentary class. It's going to say for me to back log in. All right. It's going to make me log in. Well, you're not going to have to do that. So don't worry about it. But if you just click on it, because I'm a member of the site, you can check out our website, testimonials, all that good stuff, membership plans, see what it looks like. But you can kind of come taste the cooking on Thursday night. Be with us for about 90 minutes. There's a description of the class, how it looks once you go in there. And yeah, come check us out. We'd love to have you in there. So I just wanted to do that for y'all. And like I tell everybody, man, if you want to do this professionally and you don't get the help from us, get it from someone else. Don't try to go on learning this. I didn't read the email. Not yet. Yeah, you bearish cable? Well, Duke, I'll read the email afterwards, but give me a bullish or bearish signal. Because I can't look at my phone right now. Julie, don't tell them to. They're grown men and women. They can make their own decision. But yeah, this is a $1 trillion business. Trillions of dollars going in these markets, every day. This isn't easy. You know, we pride ourselves on giving out good quality curriculums and community and live support, but you know, hey, it's a two-way street. You got to trust us, and we got to trust you. All right, I'll read the email afterwards. So let me just let me look at gold real quick, and then we'll finish up with why is it not giving it to me? I'd wait for a pullback. I mean, wait, hold on. I mean, Derek, honestly, from a risk on, risk off guy, I'd maybe market order it. I mean, you're in 4 hour. No, I'd wait. I mean, you could wait for it to come back. I mean, you could market order it right now and you could market order it right now, Derek, and set your stop loss. I mean, below where it just fell. At least take a 1-to-1 because it is moving. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that right there is not a miss. Your R to R is not as good, but that's not like the Aussie CAD trade where we looked at where I'd say, okay, you lost that one. Nice, Elmar. Don't blame me Elijah, if it doesn't turn out right. Blame Mr. Black. So I'm gonna close out with. So obviously we don't give direct advice here. You know, we talk about what we're gonna do, but you do have the jet. And now it is getting into that time. If you're gonna do it, you got to make a decision. This could be interesting. I told you guys earlier if I was gonna make this play, I'd go long. If I was gonna make this play, I'd go long. I'd set the stop around 141.65. Phantoms, stay alert. If you're not a phantom, I mean, you're not part of the program. So, I mean, that means you're not going to see the trade picks or whatever. But I might place a trade here, people. I got some reading to do. Everybody have a good night. If you are new, hopefully you come join us at our workshop. Appreciate it. I wanted to come on tonight. From now on, I'm just going to do TikTok. And I'll post it in the chat like I always do. And I'll keep my videos going on YouTube, but it's a little bit too complicated for me to do both of them at the same time. So I'm just gonna stick with TikTok. So everybody have a good night, and I'll see y'all. Everybody that's a member, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And